Hi guys, this is Misty from the Book Rat, and it's time for a book chat. If you want to prepare for next week, the topic is going to be sidekicks, but today we're talking about cover trends. So I've picked a few of the cover trends that kind of stand out to me. A lot of them we've seen all over the place, and sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't, but they're definitely a category of their own. I'm going to start with the biggest, and that is faces. It seems like for a lot of books, all they really seem to need is just a face on a cover, and it doesn't necessarily have to tell you all that much about the book. All face, it can be a really intricate face, it can be half of a face, doesn't really seem to matter, it's just all about the faces. Everywhere you look. It doesn't even have to say that much about the book. Just, I am pretty. That's all we need to know. And this is just a sampling of the books that I own that are just faces. There were more. I'd say faces right now is the biggest trend in YA, at least. I don't know that it's necessarily used in adult, but just a face, just a pretty model on a cover seems to be the selling point for a lot of books and for a lot of marketing teams. Another one that's really gained in popularity, whether it has anything to do with the book or not, is girls in pretty dresses. The really intricate, just gorgeous dresses that don't necessarily have anything to do with the book. I don't remember Luce wearing this dress. I don't know what it has to do with the book. One of my favorites is kind of moody dark covers, just because they stick with me. So things like this. I also really like cartoony, artistic paintings and pieces of art on book covers. That might be one of my favorites. Just a great trend because it's an art in itself. But the ones I think I remember most are the ones that just have one striking image. So often they don't have a lot of variety of color. They'll just be 2 or 3 colors, and most of the time they'll be primary colors, and they'll just have one thing that really sticks with you. So sometimes it's silhouettes, or it's one picture, or something along those lines. Things like this, where the color and the image just really pop and stick with you. And sometimes they're quirky, and sometimes they tell you a lot about what the book is, but sometimes they're just neato. So those are some of my favorite cover trends that are definitely trends. They're not unique anymore. You see them all over all the covers, but they're still pretty. Some of my least favorite are bodice ripper covers and a lot of the urban fantasy covers. They just don't do it for me. I think I'll do another video on those at some point. But so that was a lot of books just in my house that follow those. I know you have all seen those out there in the wild and probably have a lot of them on your shelves. So let me know about your cover trends, things you like, things you don't, whatever it is most represented on your shelves, whatever you want to tell us about. And don't forget, next week is about sidekicks.